part of the jungle racing team.
But part of our goal on Racing Across America today is to make him more famous than his partner in the group. I'm not so sure if we're going to reach that goal, but we're going to let Mike tell the story. We have a mutual friend. I was not aware that there was local ownership of
It hasn't been in the paper.
And that's why a lot of the guys, Tim Wilkin, Mike McAdam, Mark Usana, a lot of these guys are far ahead of the curve of me of these partnerships, whether it's West Point Thoroughbreds, and you find out that there's a local connection. And when our mutual friend told me, and not only that, it's the fact that, I mean, we all kind of know, you watch the handicap, Racing Across America, Friday morning, Jim Rome is a pretty famous owner in it. So I was very surprised that when I was told that there's local ownership in Mizdirection. Wow, I missed that in the paper, but Robert Robertson's not in the paper. But more importantly, from Cleveland, Ohio, or Points West, Michael, good morning. Welcome to Racing Across America.
Good morning, Anthony. Robert, how are you?
Good, good.
We're very good. How are you doing now that Santa Anita has paid off their debt to you?
Very well. It's going to make for a nice Christmas season this year.
Tell us a little bit, first of all, Mike, about how you got involved in owning this horse. Kind of an interesting sort of serendipity type of story.
Sure. I was living in Pasadena from 2008 to 2010, and I pretty much lived 5 minutes from San Diego racetrack. So I spent a lot of time there, but I never actually met Alex Felice Jr., who's the bloodstock agent who bought the horse and put together the partnership. But my wife and I were in Las Vegas in June of 2010 at the Hard Rock Casino Racebook, and playing horses, and Alex walked in and sat down next to me and my wife, and we started talking, and told me to have a share of Mr. of a horse I just bought at the Championship in Maryland sale a couple of weeks ago. He said, if you're interested, I'll sell you a share. Stop by the track during the week, and I'll show it to you. So the following weekend, I went over to Anita, met him, took one look at her, and I said, okay, I'm in. So that was probably end of June 2010. She was her 2-year-old here.
So when parents say nothing good comes about going to Las Vegas, they clearly have this story about. So now you meet Alex Felice Jr. Your part ownership. When did you find out who the other part owners were?
When I bought her, I knew of a couple. I knew Bill Strauss, who's been an owner for Alex for some time, and I knew of a couple of the other owners. Jim Rome actually didn't. He wasn't one of the initial owners. He bought a couple of my partners out after she broke her maiden in May of 2011. So Jim came in. She
look at the race right now here for our viewers on the screen. Take us through the race from start to finish. Your horse is number 11 in this race in black and blue silks, which we've been seeing on the screen. We're going to take a look at the race. Take us through it a little bit from start to finish. I'm sure you've watched it again.
Sure. Yeah, she broke pretty. We had a good post position. We liked post 11, and
Sure.
she broke pretty sharp. She was in the top tier,
And off of the freshening, you kind of were hoping and expecting that she'd be, we often hear horses off playoff can be very keyed up and sharp out of the gate. And Mike, you mentioned how close you lived to Santa Anita. Her trip, generally speaking, as much as they go really fast, 6.5 furlongs down the hill, I find, watching this racing, boy, you guys set a very comfortable trip. And the question I have for you've fed horses. You have. I know you're dealing with the excitement of an ownership, but were you ever displeased with your position in the race?
I remember a couple. The race was a blur, but I do remember
Sure.
early on in the race. Mike Tyson said he's never been this far back. That was probably when they crossed from the because the Dunhill turf has a right hand turn and a left
Right.
hand turn. So when they crossed from the right to the left, she was about 7 lengths back. She's never been that far back. So I got a little nervous when I heard Mike say that, but after talking to my fifth here post race comments, they were flying up front.
Mike,
They were going 21 and 42.
Mike, I was just going to interject that as a guy who looks at pace and looks at it from a betting standpoint, the reason she's never been back that far, she's never been behind 42 and 1. That's why she's never been back that far.
Yeah, they were really going fast. And she's a fast filly, so for her to be that far back, you're right. They definitely were moving too quick, and then we were just hoping that they would come back to us a little bit, and she would take off like across the dirt, and that's what she did.
And Mike, the part that intrigues me is you've watched enough races. Our audience just saw the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. It is clear as day, before the finish line, you are going to win the race. Can you recall that feeling?
Yeah, I would say that I felt like I was going to have a heart attack when she crossed the finish line. That's how it was an amazing feeling. I was shaking, screaming. It's something that you can only dream about, especially being in this game for a while as an owner, but playing horses since I was younger. It's an amazing feeling. It makes it all worth it.
Mike, that brings up my next question. I remember this year when the Travers ended in that dead heat, Golden Ticket, the people who owned that horse, that was the first horse they had ever owned. Have you ever owned other horses beside this, and do you own any other horses right now?
I have. I was as part of a New York partnership, trying to have a race. So I've had some horses in New York. Um, but Mizdirection has been my best runner. Right now, I own a part of a bridal song filly. She's a 3-year-old filly down in Florida. She'll be probably heading out to my site in California at the end of December. Hopefully, we'll get her going for a 3-year-old here. But right now, I own Mizdirection, and I have a share of the bridal song filly. Her name is Cougar on the Prowl.
Very interesting name. But I'll tell you, there was no misdirection in the Breeders' Cup. Mike Pipey, who, some things were forced upon him, but off the long layout now, historically, she's the winner of a Breeders' Cup race off of the longest layout. You mentioned a filly who beat the boys and just a very impressive run for her. And she is going to turn 5 in a couple of days, but you guys are going to run her. And we talked off the air of your thoughts on getting to see her run again.
Yeah, well, for our next start is targeted to be the Monrovia Stakes, which is the Great 3 on the hill of Santa Anita. I think it's January 5th. And then hopefully I'll be able to make the race. But our long-term goal
appreciate you taking the time. Enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend, and congratulations again on the win of Mizdirection.
Thank you guys.